And Barrister Julius also is over that.
Don't touch the rings.
Why does it do that?
Container. Move your hand to the rings.
Sector and of Federal Commission, plus walking. CC Mutele D. Eshe, right? I'm not very concerned. The Inspector Commandant of Federal Commission, some of us are aware that one time we visited the Federal City Commission to seek a ways of collaboration, and following what we did before rising, that was what already suggested. So we have a very important role to play today. So you are most welcome, sir. Also, we want to invite engineers, Ambassador Engineer Sam Igoni, to the high table. You are most welcome. Then we have our counterpart. My counterpart from Bayelsa State is a director from Bayelsa State Organization. He's architect. You are most welcome, sir. You are most welcome. You start with the Bayelsa State. What is the first to be here too? So, we are set, and I think I will hand over the mic to the Delta State Chapter State Secretary, who has been doing well. He has been a source of pillar and support to me. This ambassador, clarity, Ogada outside. The president I can do of value, manners and otherwise. We've been doing so well in that capacity. We have been recognized today, and it's going to be the MC of this occasion. Going to hand over to you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm okay. I actually came to whisper to you, sir. I didn't know that I was going to do this. But why are you not public for the second now? I was going to do it. I was going to do it. Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to National Conference. We want to apologize again for starting a little bit schedule. But as you have been able to hear from our state director, it's because of some of the late arrival of most of our members. Shortly we will kick off with the formalities of the programs. And right now, the order of program will be shared. That's why I came here, because they gave me this assignment immediately. So the order of program will be shared so that you can follow through as to what's happening for today. But please do well to shake hands with the ambassador, the peace ambassador next to you. Do well to, we're sitting too uptight, but please have a place. Let's meet and greet, let's move around, leave your seat, meet somebody, introduce yourself, let's get to know each other. That's one of the ideas. Please let's meet and greet in the next 1, 2, 3 days. Get somebody's name, meet somebody and come there, because we have people from Bayelsa, people in front, we have delegates from Port Harcourt, we have delegates from Lagos State. Let's get to know each other. The idea is to come up with it. We can work up to the idea, to give yourself to somebody. Let's just get attention to each other. So we are going to do that for the weekend.
want to shake us. You are carrying this thing. Come on, you don't want to make friends with us.
Please, Your Excellency, sir, let's kindly move forward. Let's occupy the first 3 rows in the hall. Row 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because of our pictures and our videos, that will be coordinated. We welcome our most respected ambassadors. I'll give the microphone to the director of the commission. Okay. We'll be walking now. The Transport Director of the International Association of World Travel, just walking, Ambassador Dr. Amos Adeoye, Sir most welcome. So, in our midst is Professor Victor Morgan. We are doing a very long member of the organization. He was the Vice Chancellor of Delta State University. Mr. I'm asking our presidency that we got the item, but he managed to set home to get today. So I just want to appreciate him by giving him a hand of applause. He's here. You're welcome, sir. So we are about to start. Before we start, we do normal formalities. We'll tell you how the program out to people our people. Thank you very much. Okay, ushers, please, can you let us let's start the right table for the program. To have the program before we start the prayer for. Okay, while we are getting the program for the calendar, we need to standing for our open prayer, please. Open prayer, please. Apostles, please come and do us the honor. We have a senior pastor here to open us up with prayer. One of our ambassadors and the respected man of God, God bless you, sir. Praise God. Please can we take up our house in honor to God. In Jesus' name. Amen. Father, we thank you for a day like this. We thank you for life. Thank you for keeping us alive today. Thank you for our families. Thank you for our jobs, our businesses. Thank you for bringing us here. We thank you for this association. As we have come together this morning, this afternoon in your presence, we ask, oh God, every issue, every deliberation will be used to your own glory. That as we live here, we begin to walk in peace with everyone associated to us and with the nation at that. Leave this meeting in your hands in the name of God the Father, in the name of God the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name. Okay, let's kiss that lead so that we declare our leaders the country one more time with the national anthem. Love to stand for us. Okay, let's mind with it.
by the power conferred on me as the President of Board of Trustees, International Director, International Association of World Peace Advocates, the honor and privilege of Governor being ably represented this afternoon. And by the power of all the board members, the World Peace President, Pastor Singh, World Peace Postman, Dr. Emmanuel Pei, and hereby declare this first national conference here in Ephraim Delta State open in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. This is Lady Secret. It's my singular honor and privilege to welcome the governor of Delta State in representation to give his opening speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Top government functionaries, dear President, my lords, spiritual and temporal gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to be part of this national conference of the International Association of World Peace Advocates. I commend your association for the initiative of this conference. I expect that you will use this occasion to make meaningful contributions to the process of peace building and conflict prevention in our various communities to achieve development and progress, especially as we are close to the election period. Now that this brings me to the theme of this conference, conflict resolution, a major tool to achieve national unity, peace, security, and development. Conflict resolution can be defined as the information or formal process that two or more parties use to find a peaceful solution to their disputes. Conflict resolution promotes constructive coexistence between local residents, communities, and the country. Violence and allowing people to live together even under difficult conditions. If people are forced to flee, nevertheless, conflict resolution can significantly help mitigate the efforts of displacement or by providing non-violent assistance to refugees and everyone concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, the most disturbing conflicts around us are ethno-religious and resource control conflicts, which have both resulted in the monumental destruction of people and properties and exposed different parts of Nigeria to crisis. In most instances, the social structure and deep-seated grievances that generate violence have now been addressed, and the crowding out of traditional methods and social control from official policies have left room for the escalation of violent conflicts. It is important, therefore, that we look into methods of promoting, performing conflict resolution in traditional African societies, such as mediation, adjudication, reconciliation, arbitration, and negotiation. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of changes are taking place in our society today. These changes are cultural, behavioral, and technological, amongst others. The forces of change may be from within or outside, but in all these, the youth are a critical factor and constitute a major force in any change process. In any discussion on conflict resolution, the youth are central to achieving peace in most of our communities. There are various minor conflicts within our communities across the state over different issues. Most of our disturbance of the peace, including kidnapping, armed robbery, and other miscreants who unleash mayhem in our communities. But I must emphasize that Delta State remains largely peaceful. We wish, therefore, to thank the people of Delta State for their massive support, loyalty, and understanding. However, we are all getting close, and the period of election is very much around in a few months from now. Traditional rulers and community leaders should do everything to keep their youth out of conflicts, especially violent ones. Ladies and gentlemen, as a state, we are building infrastructures, providing amenities such as roads, housing, water, and light for the communities. I want to appeal to individuals and corporate bodies to complement the efforts of the government in meeting some of the needs and aspirations of our communities. I also want to enjoin our youth to make such that they stay out of crime, such as hostage taking, kidnapping, pipe and vandalizing, and other social vices that bring violence, conflict, and serve to appropriate authorities. It is now my honor and privilege to declare this workshop open. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Governor of Delta State, Senator Dr. IAWPA National here. Thank you so very much, sir. Right now, we will be receiving a speech from our international director that's in the house, talking about His Excellency Archbishop Shi,
IAWPA. This part of the time. Thank you. To put us together for our international day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Executive Governor of Delta State, distinguished Senator IAWPA, here ably represented by Mr. Matthew. Members of the High Table, the Regional Director of our association,
Works Program WFP and the UN Children's
Dr. Emma. The Outreach Officer and Delta State Director, Ambassador Jerry Abiri, and all the members of International Association of World Peace Advocates. You are welcome. All other protocols to be observed. I was asked to look into a very important topic, considering the general theme of this national conference. Conflict resolution, a major tool for national unity, peace, security, and development. In times like this, our nation is in their need of peace. And it has been our nature as peace advocates to help Nigeria not to collapse. Our leaders sometimes pretend that all is well, and in actual fact, all is not well. The politicians in Nigeria are going about as if everything is well. But we who are not politicians, when we look at things, we know that our nation is at the verge of collapsing socially, economically, religiously, culturally, morally, and otherwise. We do not pretend that things are very well. So we have come here to take responsibility to make sure that our contribution will help in nation building. I was asked to talk about peace advocates and the society, understanding your place in the scheme of things. Peace advocates and the society, understanding your place in the scheme of things as an eminent peace ambassador. People fear conflicts. Everyone you meet will warn you in any relationship or association, and even openly, and will tell you that, look, see, I don't like conflict. That warning will come straight forward. In actual fact, nobody wants conflict. Life experience has shown us that conflict is inevitable as long as we live on the planet Earth. There are levels of conflicts. There are individual conflicts. The one you have within yourself. Individual conflicts. There are family conflicts between husband and wife, between husband, the father, and the children, between wife, the mother, and the children, between the husband, the man of the house, and the in-laws, and brothers and sisters, because here we practice a standard family system. Between the wife, the father-in-law, the mother-in-law, the brother-in-law, the sister-in-law, there are conflicts. You cannot eliminate them. Neither will you ignore them. They are all there. They are all there, and we experience them. There are community conflicts. Either people are fighting because of land, or they are fighting because of one thing or the other. There are also management conflicts in various organizations. In every strata of the organization, there are conflicts. And these conflicts are there, waiting for somebody to solve them. There are environmental conflicts. Those of us from the Niger Delta, you understand that. Industrial conflicts. There are also national conflicts. Even in a nation, some exception, there are national conflicts. There are also social conflicts, international conflicts. All of you can bear witness what is going on, the war in Ukraine. And I don't know, we have written several letters and we have appealed from this organization to UN to see how they can resolve that conflict and end that war, and end the bloodshed. But one party is still insisting that they must have their way. Do you know that we have personal conflicts? So conflicts exist everywhere you go. Having said this, in this our orientation as eminent peace ambassadors and peace advocates, then what is conflict resolution? Scholars are here, students of conflict resolution are here, legal luminaries are here, experienced men and women are here. All of them have different definitions. All of them have different ideas about conflict resolution. But let me make it as simple as we can understand for the purpose of this conference that conflict resolution is a way for two or more parties to find a peaceful solution to a disagreement among them. Any way, any means, any method, any strategy that the people that are having conflict can come together and resolve it amicably. That is simple conflict resolution. Get this into your score. Government alone cannot do this work. That is why we are going about appointing peace advocates everywhere we go, in this nation and outside this nation. It's one of our mandates from the United Nations to appoint peace advocates. In United Nations, they have peacekeepers. Peacekeepers do not come except there is war and the place has been damaged, devastated, destroyed, then they send peacekeepers. But here we say we should go ahead. We don't want war so that peacekeepers will come. We want to avert it. We want to make sure everybody live in peace and make this world a better place for all of us. And failure to understand it that way is an appointment, not an award. Get it again. It is an appointment, not an award. If you see it as an award, you will not do the work. But once you see that you are appointed as an eminent peace ambassador, then you see that there is assignment accompanying the appointment. Very, very important. And that is why we are looking at the need for peace advocates, since there is conflict everywhere. In our society, government set up a branch or an arm of government known as judiciary. Thank God that some people were introduced today as lawyers. They have courts to settle disputes and disagreements. Sometimes these courts and tribunals, after their judgment, generate more conflicts that may lead to major crisis. Because one party may not agree with what the court has said, even though they have appeals and appeals upon appeals until they get to the Supreme. And you discover that sometimes after the Supreme Court has given judgment, the losers will be grinding their teeth and seeking for another way to settle their scores with the winner. And which means conflict did not end. True or false? It's true. And then that is why we say here in Nigeria, taking someone to court is like you have made him your sworn enemy. But that's not how it ought to be. Because if you take me to court, that means you don't want to take laws into your work, into your hands. But here in Nigeria, you take me to court, my children will hate you forever and ever. My wife will never greet you. My brothers will hate you. Isn't it? It is true. Because so that man took me to court. And you never greet that man anytime you see the person. And that is our experience here. You can see the need why we should come in. Even the court that was made to be an arm of government to settle disputes and bring peace, yet if you tell somebody that he hates you forever, so there is still more conflict. And having said that, we see you as a wicked fellow, I will not like to have anything to do with you. So life is full of complexities. The universe in some aspects works in harmony. But on the other hand, we see a lot of conflict, especially as it involves the highest moral and intelligent creature in the universe, known as who? Man. Man. Why man is as the most intelligent and moral being in the universe, yet being the imago Dei, that is the image of God, we still bringing more problem to the universe than any other creature. Man, than any other creature. And that is why we are looking at this and see, now the peace advocates must come in so that we will be able to bring it. That's why we have developed what is called ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution. Since our men taking somebody to court, he gets offended, so okay, let's use ADR. These forms of conflict resolution are in this way. There is negotiation. We can do it through negotiation. We can do it like you had my able governor enumerated on that. Negotiation, mediation, arbitration, and so on and so on. We can come in. There are many roles for us to play in the society. Our appointment is very good, but we must understand that we have roles to play. In fact, I'm expecting more people to resign after today. Because you don't know that that is what it is. Because whenever the spokesman begin to talk, he will tell you, oh, this and promote. It's more than that. It's more than that. These measures are used to settle dispute, to avoid court litigation. But it doesn't solve the problem. Peace, advocacy, play all these roles we have enumerated above: negotiation, arbitration, mediation. They play all these roles in our society. Therefore, it is not enough to receive certificates as eminent peace ambassador with a fanfare and elaborate ceremonies without understanding our societal role as expected. There are many steps and strategies to follow to resolve conflicts. Like we say, our role starts from our family, to the community, to the local governments, to the states, national and international. Our role is not limited to our environment. It's international role, and we must play it. Once we answer peace advocates, we are ready to play any role that will bring international, national, and local peace. These steps are so many, but I just picked about 5 of them. Number 1, because there are conflicts, do not ignore conflict. If you want to solve problem and bring peace, whenever you see conflict, do not ignore it, because that little thing you ignore can become a big issue tomorrow. No conflict is small. After all, whatever brings war starts like a joke. Those histories, students of histories can bear witness that every war that has been fought, the thing starts like what? A joke. Before you know it, it becomes something big. So do not ignore what? Conflicts. Whether in your own life, or your family, or any other person. Do not. Once you ignore that conflict, it may swallow a lot of people. Number 2, clarify what the issue is. Which means that peace advocates must be very, very intelligent. Hello? Are you here? Yes. I said, are you here? Yes. Good. Peace advocates must be very, very intelligent. You must get intelligent personality. You'll be able to distinguish things, clarify what the issue is. You see, when you bring two people, they begin to, there will be merry-go-round. Sometimes you don't understand them. This one will talk this way, this one. But peace advocate will listen intelligently, very intelligently, to know what the issue is. There is a point of dispute, and they may be avoiding it. The two parties will be avoiding it. They don't want to hit it. And you will be able to find it out, clarify it. It will help you. Number 3, bring the parties involved together for talk. Do what you can to bring them, unless one party refuses or both refuse. Do your best to bring them together to talk. And listen to me. While they are talking, you may hear things you've never heard. Don't say, "Shit, my God." Don't do that. Once you say that, it applies, you have cited the other one. I think my learned friends are here. No matter what you do, even if you're, because you're not going to give a judgment based on emotion. True of us, you are keeping quiet so much. True. Is it true? Yes. My learned friends, am I saying the truth? And you're not going to give a judgment based on emotion. And I had a woman shout at another woman, "Shut up!" Because when they cry, wanted to, it's a fellow woman, wanted to give that judgment by sentiments. They won't allow that. Even if while the two parties are together, please don't allow sentiment. When Jesus up to that? No, don't say anything. Don't show any emotion. Hello? If you are here, say I'm here. So when you bring them to talk, don't show emotion. All you do is listen intelligently. Just listen. Listen intelligently. And begin to calculate things into your mind. Either you are writing them or you are allowing them if your memory is very retentive to retain all they have said. Now, number 4, identify solutions. While they are together, identify solutions. As they are talking, begin to identify solutions, things that will bring peace. Remember that solution does not come if the two parties, if one is injured. Solution comes when you bring them into agreement and both parties are happy. There may be compromise anyway. Either you compromise, this one compromise that to bring them into agreement. You know, those of you who did accounting, I know some businessmen are here, what you call reconciliation. In accounting. So when which means accounting has conflict. If it doesn't have conflict, you won't reconcile the balance. True of course. But it doesn't know what I'm saying. So that's what we say, it is everywhere. And if our duty is enormous. We have to assist the government. And government also should be proud of us. Every one of us, government should be proud of us. Because we are helping government without pay. Hello. That's why we are volunteers. We don't expect them to pay us. We do it as our sacrifice to humanity. Look at some of you are here today, praying for the conference, just to hear what we help you. Go home and we help the humanity. That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you time. That's all. To help humanity. And I did not see members of the police force here. I would have reminded them that when they see this man, they should respect them. We are doing a lot. We are doing a lot. Quietly and silently. We don't make noise. I am very proud of our government for sending a representative, knowing the importance of peace advocacy in society. It shall be well with you. Send our message that we acknowledge the leadership, international leadership, acknowledge what is doing in the Delta States and in Nigeria. And we are believing that God's going to give you a better role to play more than what he's doing now. God bless you, sir. You see, number 5, continue to monitor and follow up the conflict until the lasting peace comes. Don't leave them shortly. Keep on monitoring and following them up until you see that both parties are now happy. We say here that we help the society to live in peace and harmony. This work we are doing is a noble job as we promote and assist United Nations to achieve world peace. We are not only helping the government, we are helping also United Nations. Now, understanding peace language. You know, a peace advocate has language. The language he speaks shows he's a peace advocate. Understanding peace language, peace advocates use words that bring harmony and agreement. We must bring words that bring harmony and agreement. Your language must appeal to emotions that restore peace. Every language you use, let it appeal to assist others also. Language that will cause crisis. So we use language of peace. Language of peace. Our languages, our words like this, is not for us. You're a fool. You don't say that. You're a non-entity, decomposed, idiot, stupid. These are power languages that shouldn't come in our everyday interaction with humans. Some of these languages demean somebody's personality. You know, when you talk somebody's personality, it can kill you. That is why we hold people's integrity. Hello? Don't bring anybody down. Let me tell you the truth. One of the problems of Nigeria is if another tribe look down on another tribe, there will be problems. Are you hearing me? If you another tribe look down on another tribe, there's problem. Don't deny somebody's personality. Everybody wants to see his personality being honored and respected. Which faith, which tribe, which ethnic group that it comes from, make sure that the person is dignified. He will be happy and be your friend. If you hear me say, I hear you. Okay, I know that. I was thinking people are not much. Now, language must be peaceful and constructive and not destructive. The language must be very peaceful language. Don't use destructive languages. Provocative languages cause conflicts and even lead to war in most cases. Who are we? I think that's where I'm going to draw the curtain to close. Because I was asked a few minutes, I was given, I want to strictly abide by it as the leader so that others will follow suit. Who are we? If we are to define these advocates and our role in the society, I want to let you know that what we are doing is not titlemania. MNP is ambassador, UMP is ambassador, and then you move like as if you own the whole world. It's not titlemania, please. I love the title. I want you to call me that. But that is not where it is. We are ambassadors of peace, that's true. We are also ambassadors for peace. Ambassador of peace and for peace. Get it clear. Yeah, the two prepositions must be there. Ambassador of peace, ambassador for peace. You must understand that whatever we are doing, all we do, our dressing, our manner, our speech, our driving, our sitting, everything is gearing towards what? Peace. Peace advocates speak out to the world and to those in government concerning those who are suffering in any area so that deserved attention and recognition can be given to them. We speak out. We are not cowards. If there is a problem somewhere, if we have access to any media, whether social or printed or electronic, well, we fire. We say, hey, look at what's going on there. So that those who can look into it, the government, the world, can give that attention to that area. Are you hearing what I'm saying? We don't keep quiet. We don't keep quiet. You remember that one African adage that says, if there is no air, the children will kill vulture and eat and take his meat. So we are here to let them know. And we must do that at all times. So this is very, very important. Another one, our responsibility is that we make government responsive by speaking for the majority of voiceless people. You see your work. You make government become responsive. You don't attack the government. You remind them, say, hey, see, the government will be after you when you know, even when they are doing wrong. Please mind how you decide them, you know. But point out something in a straightforward manner. Hello? Hello? We don't criticize, but we say, look at this area. Don't attack governments, but point out something to them. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you go and attack them, you know, there's a difference between attacking and reminding them, pointing out something to them. We don't attack government, but we bring to the notice of government the area that attention is what? Needed. Now, we are peace builders. You must build peace. You must build a bridge of peace anywhere, any place. We are peace builders. In peace advocacy, Our training and orientation is to favor and promote compromise. There is no winner carry it all. There must be compromise. I've said it a couple of minutes ago. There must be compromise. If we want to bring two people together, one we have to compromise this, the other one compromise that, and then there'll be agreement. That compromise is very, very important and must be taken notice of. So we have to do that. To avoid the conflict, we must do that. We are also peace activists. Everybody here, whether we have certificated you or not, as long as you are in this orientation, you are a peace activist. We do everything within our power to bring peace. We do it with our resources, with our knowledge. That is why when we fill our form, we say peace activity through, the lawyers will say through legal practices. The businessman will say through business that. The churchman will say through promotion of the gospel. The imam will say his own. All will say, everybody, your profession comes to bear. Whatever you are doing comes to bear in peace advocacy. You must use it to promote peace. That's why we say we are peace activists. We do it with everything. Our intellectual ability, our physical ability, financial ability, economic ability, social ability, governmental ability, everything within our arsenal. We use it to promote peace. Then, we are attorney of peace. No, my gentle learned friends, they are attorney at law.